Alright folks, welcome back to another episode of Minchala Mills. Today I am making a rack of lamb with au gratin potatoes and asparagus. So I'm going to start prepping my potatoes. Alright, now I'm going to slice my onion nice and thin. Alright, so here I have my Gruyere. I'm going to go ahead and trim the edges off. That way I don't need those pieces because that was how it was. There we go. So then go ahead and shred half of this down. Alright, so now we're going to start assembling. So what I'm going to do is use my avocado spray. Oh, it's almost gone. Oh, it is gone. Alright, so I got a new avocado spray. I'm going to go ahead and spray that in there. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and layer. This is going to go potato, salt, pepper. Alright, now salt and pepper. Sliced white onion. Cheese. Alright, and then we're going to layer another layer of potato and then repeat. Alright, now that all my layers are up, what I'm going to add now is 2% milk. I would use heavy cream, but I didn't buy any. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2% milk. I'm going to fill it up just so I can see it because it's all going to bake into the potatoes.
The what? The target cake. Look under my bed. Look under my bed.
If you guys can't find it out there.
There we go. Perfect. Just where I want it to be. So I'm going to let that settle for a second. Let all the milk get into there. I'm going to top this off with a little bit of salt and pepper. Alright, and then we're going to bake this at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. Alright everybody, welcome back. Here we got is a rack of lamb I picked up from Costco. Alright, so it's been sitting room temp for about 45 minutes. I'm going to take it out of the plastic. I'm going to trim it down so you get to see all of that. So that's going to be fun for everyone, including myself. I've never made a rack of lamb like this before, so we're going to try. So let's see how we do. Alright, so here's our rack of lamb. From the looks of it, I'm seeing it looks really clean. Nice chunk of fat up top. That's going to be good flavor. Nice portion of meat all the way around. A little bit of silver skin, but I'm okay with that. It looks good here. It's trimmed down nice up top. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. And I'm going to wash down my cutting board, and then I'm going to chop down a shallot and some garlic. Alright, so here you see my shallot. I'm going to go ahead and trim her down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mince this to a nice fine mince. So I'm going to coat this. Use all the garlic and all the shallot mince, and I'm going to coat my lamb with it. That way when I sear it all together, the flavors of the shallot are going to cook in with the lamb. And this is all milled together to something absolutely wonderful and delicious. Alright, so here I have my shallots. I'm going to take some garlic here. I'm going to go ahead and throw it through my mincer because I don't want to take the time to chop it up, and this is quicker and it does a great job. So we're going to mix that right into our shallots. Alright, there we go. Looks good. Perfect. We'll go ahead and give that a little stir. Get that garlic and the shallots mixed together. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and season my lamb. And then I'm going to put this on the lamb as well. Just keep watching. Alright, so here we have our lamb. It's sitting in the pan. What I'm going to do is just a little bit of salt and pepper on both sides. Alright. Alright, now that this is salt and peppered, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mix here, right? It's already mixed and good. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a nice pat it in. We're going to rub it all over. It's going to get nice in there. Make sure it's formed. Because this is what I want. This is going to cook down, pat it in there. Now see, I already have it in the pan because all the pieces that fall off, I'm okay with that. Because what I'm going to do, as I get done braising this, or searing it in my pan, if you will, I'm going to take all these driplings from this, and then we're going to make our sauce that's going to go on top of it. Alright, so here we go here. That looks good. That looks fantastic. Alright. Excellent. That looks amazing. Smells fantastic. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and prep my asparagus. What I'm going to do here is break them all down. Now some people usually cut the bottoms off, but I like to see where they break. That way you know you get the best of the best of the asparagus. Tell you how fresh it really is. So if you get it real bent and it bends all the way down at the end, that's not a good piece. It's dried out. It's not good. So what I did, this is what I'm looking at. See how that one kind of broke off pretty big? Where it snaps at is where it's best eaten. Alright, so here I have my pan, put some olive oil in it. You see the garlic kind of nice and toasty there? I'm going to go ahead and sear my lamb. Oh, you guys hear that? The sizzling, that popping? Oh, it's fantastic. Alright, so now that that's seared, I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of tin foil and then cover up the bones. And then I'm going to put this in the oven at 400 for about 8 minutes, maybe 10. That way it can finish cooking. And then we're going to pull it out and make our sauce that's going to be, that I'm going to deglaze the pan with. And the reason why I put foil on the bones is so that when it's in the oven, all the bones don't get dry and brittle and kind of burnt, if you will. Because then the flavor is going to go straight to the meat, and then it's going to ruin the entire lamb. So I don't want that. You don't want that. That is why we tin foil the bones. Alright, so here I have my pan that had my lamb in it. I got some butter. And what I'm going to add now is some red wine for the glaze the pan. Alright, and since that's added, I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir. We're going to go ahead and reduce this down. So this is to make a nice sauce. So I'm going to cut my lamb. My lamb should be a nice, rare, super pink, super delicious. So we're going to go ahead and bring this down. See that boiling down? It's going to take about 8-10 minutes to bring this all the way down to where I want it. And if it doesn't make enough, I'll just make more. But what I'm looking at is not going to be what I want. I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and heat it back up. And then go ahead and throw a little bit of clarified butter in there. So I got some clarified butter here. And then when that butter melts in there, I'm gonna go ahead and open up my sourdough. And I'm gonna throw a sourdough inside my oven. And that's gonna be our bread to go with it. Because who doesn't like a sourdough? Alright, you see the butter's already starting to melt.
No, no.
Go ahead and stir it down. Alright, so there's, it's right where I want it. I'm going to pull this off the fire. As we continue to reduce over here, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I worked on earlier. This is my asparagus. All I did with that was a little bit of butter, salt, pepper, put a lid on it, let the steam cook it. Should be right exactly where I want it. Salt but yet firm, just the way asparagus should be. Alright, I'm going to plate this up and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so here I have my lamb. It's all rested. I'm going to go ahead and slice it in just to see what I got. Oh, that's perfectly right where I want it. Look at that. That's a nice rare. That's exactly what I wanted.